What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me today. It is Friday, November 24th, for my daily sports picks video here with JVille Sports, your daily source for free NBA picks, college basketball picks. Um, Hopefully, you guys all had a great Thanksgiving and scooping up some Black Friday deals. That's why this video is a little bit late, doing a little bit of shopping this morning. Um, let's recap. Not yesterday. Yesterday was a day off. Probably a much needed day off after what happened on Wednesday. Let's go over Wednesday really quick here. Um, we had 14 games on the NBA schedule. We went 7-7 with so many games, 14 games. We got to do better than 7-7. Um, we had a mini long shot bet of the day. I'll pull up on the screen here. We got 11 out of the 15 correct. In the NBA, we had two unders. They both came in. We had three money lines. They both came in, but we had two spreads. Celtics finally got a loss, and the Raptors got beat by the Knicks. Jumping over to college basketball, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 money lines. We got 6 out of the 7 right, with SMU losing a close one to Northern Iowa. Then we had Utah at the very end there, and they got destroyed by UNLV. So 11 out of 15 correct, not terrible. Then we are going to pull up the bets of the day, which I don't really want to do here. So we had that Utah and Toronto both losing. And then we had a 16 money line parlay. Charleston actually didn't. On the one I did personally, I had it earlier in the day, and I was able to take Missouri State, who had an early tip-off. So I didn't even use Charleston or Arizona. So I actually hit the one that I put in, but this one, because it was a little bit later during the morning, I added in Charleston, who I was still confident they were going to win. They were double-digit favorites, but they lost to a much worse team. They just did not play well at all. And Arizona, big upset by Arizona. I thought Arizona was going to bounce back after that loss to SMU, but they lost again. So Arizona, a top 5 team to start the season, now with 2 losses in a row, and today they're actually underdogs again. It'd be crazy to think they would lose 3 in a row. Such a highly ranked team, but we'll see. I'm not messing with them today. So those were our bets of the day. So that was a big loss there. You see our updated balance and record at the top of the screen there. So let's turn that page and get into today, where we have 10 games on the schedule. So pretty good slate. We actually have one game that kicked off at 10 a.m., Portland and New Jersey. So we will skip that one, although I did tweet out Portland. So follow me on Twitter. If there's ever a game that I don't get to video-wise, I will tweet it out. So Portland is a pick, and looking at the score, they're actually getting whooped 35-46, 5 minutes left in the second quarter. They're usually a second half team, so I look for Portland to come back, make a late charge at the end there, but they are down by 11 right now, so not looking good for Portland. Next on the schedule, we have the Knicks at the Hawks. I don't really trust the Knicks on the road, but you have to like the way they're playing right now. Like I mentioned earlier, coming off a nice win over Toronto. Atlanta is a really bad team. They lost to the Clippers, who were on a, 9-game losing streak, and they were at home. So you got to like the Knicks to win this game, even though, like I said, risky taking them on the road. Orlando at Boston. Boston finally loses, as we already mentioned, at the hands of the Miami Heat. They now return home. That game was on the road. They're facing a struggling Orlando team. Orlando's a dangerous team when they're playing well, but they are not playing well right now, so got to go with the Celtics to bounce back and win this game at home. Next, we have the Hornets at the Cavs. Kind of a low spread here, only 5 for the Cavs at home. These teams actually played not that long ago in Charlotte with the Cavs winning that game, so now the Cavs are at home. You got to think they will repeat that success, so I'll go with the Cavs at home, but that one is a risky one as well. Toronto at the Pacers. Should be a good game here. Pacers are actually favored by 2 on the road. I think the Pacers do have a more complete team, so I look for them to win this game, bouncing back from that ugly loss to the Knicks. So Toronto to win that game on the road. Heat at the Wolves. Another good one here. Miami's coming off that nice win over the Celtics that we already mentioned. T-Wolves also playing very well themselves. The last time these two teams played, it was actually an overtime game. I watched that game from halftime all the way to the end in that overtime game. So it was a very close game, competitive game, and that was without Whiteside for Miami. So he's in the lineup now. So should be another good game, close game. But the T-Wolves are tough at home, 6-2. I like them to pull off a close win here. We have Detroit at Oklahoma. Kind of a big spread here, 8.5 points for an Oklahoma team that hasn't been playing that well, although they're coming off a blowout win over the Warriors. So if they keep playing like that, they're going to be blowing out a lot of teams here, but I have to see it to believe it. We'll see if they can make it 2 in a row. I do like them to win this game because Detroit themselves aren't playing that great right now, but they do have a pretty good team, so I look for a close game here. Memphis at Denver, two teams here dealing with injuries. Millsap out for the Nuggets, Conley out for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies got destroyed by a very bad Dallas team at home, so to think they're going to go on the road and beat Denver, I'm not picking that to happen. So Denver at home is my pick. We have the Pelicans at the Suns. Pelicans are coming off a nice win over the Spurs. They're playing very well right now overall. I think they're on a winning streak. Let me check the Pelicans out here. So I don't remember them losing recently. If my mouse would work. Actually, they did lose 2 in a row to the Raptors and Nuggets, and then they beat Thunder and Spurs. So nice back-to-back wins at home against the Thunder and Spurs. Now they play the lowly Phoenix Suns, who got destroyed by Milwaukee, missing the Greek Freak, and they still whooped up the Suns. So got to go with the Pelicans here on the road to take that W. Last game of the day, not one worth watching. You got the Bulls at the Warriors, 18.5 point spread. Wow. Not much to say about this one. I'm only picking these games as pick'ems. So definitely not picking the Bulls here. Warriors at home, 18.5. They probably will cover that. I'm not taking it, but coming off a loss as well, they're going to look to bounce back. They just play around a lot though, so you don't know if they're going to mess around, check up a bunch of bad shots against the Bulls, who shoot a lot of threes themselves, and if they hit a good amount of them, could keep that game close. They're definitely not going to win. So interesting spread there, 18.5. Let me know if any of you guys are taking that spread. So those are our picks of the day. Looking to go 10-0. Definitely should be a winning day if any of these picks slip up. I am going to count that Portland pick there, even though they already started. Updated score. It was just an 11-point lead for the Nets, and now it's only 3, and still 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. So, like I said, Portland always starts off slow, only down by 3 now. So I look for them to pull away in the second half. So let's get to our bets of the day. I have 4 of them for you. I'll put them up on the screen here. Should be able to fit them all on one page. I'm going to actually risk it with the Knicks, -2 against a bad Atlanta team. Hopping over to college basketball, Loyola Chicago -4 is a spread I like. Wake Forest -5 is another spread that I like. So those are 3 spreads in the NBA and college basketball that I like for the day. And I'm going to put up a big, huge 15-team money line parlay. These are all of the money lines I like for the day. There's also a few more, but the spreads are really high, so it's probably not worth risking it, especially right now with these little mini tournaments. Everybody's fighting. All these bad teams are actually fighting and playing well. So a lot of upsets going on right now. So it's tough to hit these big money line parlays. They'll be much easier later on in the season, but I'm doing it anyways. Um, 200 to win 2,000. I'm going to throw in two NBA teams, the Celtics and the Pelicans. I think they should win. Pelicans on the road, we mentioned, Celtics at home. And then college basketball, we have UC Irvine, Butler, Navy, Indiana, Fairfield, Duke, SMU, Auburn, Nebraska, Kansas State, Utah, Rider, and Nevada, the late game. So 15 teams. If any of these teams lose, I would definitely be surprised. But like I said, a lot of upsets going on right now. 200 to win 2,000. So if I lose all three of those straights, this money line parlay will easily cover that 300, and I'll still have up 1,700 on the day. So I like this money line parlay. Really think it's going to come in. We really need this one after that tough Wednesday. So again, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. A little bit of late videos, so there are a couple games that we missed. 49-53, still 4-point game there. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. Hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button. It's the same thing. And that subscribe button so you know when these videos do pop up so you don't miss them, especially if they're coming out close to tip off on any of the games. So again, I really appreciate it. Enjoy your shopping today. If you're actually going to go out there, probably a lot of the best items are already sold out. So anyways, enjoy all of the games. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will definitely see you for a nice big Saturday tomorrow. Thank you guys again.